Hey guys, Truth Talk. Wow. Today was a day. I made a video today about our synchronistic New Year's Eve ride. If you want to see that, head on over to my personal page because that's where it's going up. It's a little long, but I guaranteed if you're a synchronistic fan, an everyday connection fan, or just somebody who's been following my crazy trips and going, what the fuck, you will not be disappointed. I promise. Okay, truth talk. What was today's writing all about? Um, that's such a big question. I covered a lot of ground today. So, what's the most important thing to cover immediately that I think you guys would like to know? I think right now, uh, I'm gonna ease some hearts and minds. I think so. I have been letting people know that this book that I'm working on right now is about relationships, relationships to our world, relationships to the people around us, relationships to ourselves, relationships to things, believe it or not, our pets, and our own body and our own mind and our own spirit. And I imagine there might be some people just going, ah, no. So here's where I'm going to leave it. With regards to any work that's up and coming, done in the future, anything else I write, I am a storyteller, yes. And if you have touched my life in some way, you have no doubt been woven into the tale that has been my crazy exploration of self. Let's call it that. And, but, but. This book does not require names, dates, even countries, really. And here's the thing. I've lived in 3 different countries now. 3 different countries. Yeah, that has happened. I have traveled to 4 different countries, 5 different countries. Yeah, I think 5, no, 6, 7. Wait, let's count them off. Okay, I have traveled to the US at one point. I have traveled to the Philippines. I have traveled to El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, and Mexico. That's 6. All right. So 3 countries that I've lived in, 6 countries that I've traveled to. I have ridden motorcycles in multiple countries, and I have had multiple drivers. And this is through the years. Like, I'm talking from when I was like fucking 1.5. There's pictures of me. Either an uncle or my father or someone had me on them with the motorcycle. So that's the thing. And till today. So that's a thing as well. So I can tell you a story, and I've worked in the restaurant industry for 30 years on and off. Going from everything from like McDonald's to ownership in a foreign country and management in a foreign country. I've worked at the bottom, I've worked at the top, I've worked for 4 stars, for Diamond Resorts. I've worked for, like I said, McDonald's and Little Greasy Spoons. I've been a cook, I've been a hostess, I've been a waitress, I've been a manager, an assistant manager. I've owned, or at least been a partial owner. So I can talk as much as I want about the industry. I can talk as much as I want about my experiences on the moto, and I can tell stories that I have of my experiences that I've had, and you'll never know who the fuck I'm talking about. Seriously, because I'm not going to give you a city, I'm not going to give you a date, I'm never going to give you a name. That's not going to happen. So even if my personal growth experience touches on somebody else's life, somebody else's story, somebody else's experience, I will not. You'll never know. You'll never know who they are. If they read it or they hear it or they watch it, they might know who they are. So that's promise number 1. Promise number 2. I am determined that I am not going to focus on any negative shit. So unless I have been the one who's done the damage in our relationship, which is a lot of them. Okay, so I mean, relationships are a two-way street. So if a relationship breaks in some way, and the two people separate, or the persons separate, because sometimes relationships are more than just one person involved. Like there's business partnerships, there's jobs, right? So when those relationships end, it's always a two-way street. It's never just one person who fucked that up. It's either for personal growth reasons, or both people just couldn't connect, or both people couldn't compromise, or both people couldn't sacrifice, but it's never a one-sided thing. So here's the thing. So if I am writing about personal pain and personal experiences, I'm not going to write about anything somebody's done to me, just so you know. So if we've had a relationship at all in the past, and you feel in some way that you've hurt me and you really don't want that story told, don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. If you've inspired me, if you've motivated me, if you've uplifted me, if you've helped to make me a better person, which is, I'm going to say, every single person I've encountered has in some way helped me to grow personally and made me who I am today. That's the story I want to tell. That's the story that matters, because that's the beauty of life, is that every single person you meet, even when the relationship ends in shit, you have learned something from them and they have learned something from you, and that is extremely valuable. Okay? So that all being said, that's what I'm going to talk about today on today's Truth Talk, because it's important. It's important for people that I have shared time and space with to know that anything that could be the potential to even make people question them as a valuable individual will never make it onto paper or video. It won't. I just want to talk about the amazingness of humanity, and I have seen a shit ton of it. I'm not joking. I've seen a lot of really, really, really good people throughout my life, and that's the story I'm going to tell. So and yeah, I'm gonna tell my stuff too, the stuff that I've overcome, and the stuff that I've faced, and the stuff that I've dealt with. But I'm going to do it in the context of my relationship with me and my understanding of those experiences now, and how I have changed my way of reacting to the actions of other people. Because that's the only story that matters, to be honest. So that's it. That's all. New Year's Eve was wow. If you have read Truth, My Sacred Mystic Journey, and you've ever wanted video proof that this shit actually exists, here it is. We've got it on film. If you are following any of my stuff and you've asked me at some point, what does synchronistic mean? This is the video for you that I've posted on my personal feed today. So, and you all have access to that. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be on my friends list to see this video. So if you've ever asked that question, what does synchronistic mean? It's on the video, and that's it. And I'm starting to shake, so that means it's time to go. So that's my truth talk for today. Love you all. Thanks for joining the trip. It's been interesting so far, and I will talk to you again soon.